Welcome to my channel. This is Joe Cox Jr., Life Made Simple. Today's topic, we're going to talk about somebody asked the question, um, is it better to be single or married? And what's interesting, it depends on who you ask, I guess. But for me, I went through many years of being single, and now I'm happily married. Um, so what I want to do is I want to talk a little bit about uh, why we even get married, and once you understand. So the whole thing with the book and everything I talk about is understanding why you do what you do and when you do it. So, like, for instance, I know people that have gotten married because they felt like they're ready to get married. So they go out and find somebody and they marry them, and then it doesn't work out. Um, there's a lot of people you could marry. The question is, do you want to marry the one that is okay, that you can get along with, that sort of thing? Or do you want to marry your soulmate, the one, the only? Um, I feel like I've got my soulmate, my twin flame. Our souls just match. They mesh together so very well. And I think that's the distinctive difference. I hear certain videos that talk about, um, you know, in order to have a good marriage, you should be able to argue effectively, for instance. And that we just laugh at that because we never argue. We never, and some videos will even say that, hey, or some people speaking, well, some of the psychiatrists and those sort of people say it's unhealthy not to argue. I think it's very bizarre because if we don't need to argue, um, and if we have good communication skills, why should you ever fight or argue with anybody? Um, Whenever she has a concern, she'll say, this is what I'm feeling, and I'll always listen to her. She'll explain it. Same thing with me. If I have a concern, we'll talk about it. We always seem to be able to be flexible enough to come together and come to a resolve. How is it that we're able to come to a resolve? Because I always want what's best for her, and she always wants what's best for me. And if sometimes she'll state her position, and I'll agree with it. I'm like, you know what? I didn't think of it that way. And then I'll say, okay, let's do it that way, or let's do that. Or I'll say, well, there's other factors, and because I'm more of the numbers person, I keep track of not only the money things, but as well as dates and times, and I just uh, I can figure out the logistics very easily. Um, but yet she's very nurturing, caring, and she's got that end of it. I'm very to the point. She likes to share her berries. I'm just like, okay, she'll tell a story. It takes 15 minutes. I can tell the same story in 2 minutes. That doesn't make one person better than the other. It's just two different ways of communicating. Um, so you got to understand is appreciating the differences. Um, and I think that's what really makes our marriage work. I knew as soon as I saw her that she was the one. I knew it to the core. Um, we tell a little bit about our relationship. Well, we actually do tell about the relationship, how we came together, how we met, and uh, and how I knew for sure. Um, I I've been through bad relationships. I know what it's like. I know the feelings. I can look back now and know for what I know today, I would have been able to cut a toxic relationship the first 5 minutes as soon as it happened, instead of prolonging it out, thinking it's going to be better, thinking I can change them, thinking that things are going to get better. That's not the way you go into a relationship. You go into it making sure, is this person in harmony with who I am? And this is some of the things I talk about in the book and we talk about on the videos. And once you understand that living from your heart versus your head, it's totally a game changer. Tell you how to live from power rather than forcing things to happen. When you live from power, things just happen. Um, you just make it just happen. We have a beautiful marriage, and we don't even have to try. That's just All these people say a marriage takes a lot of suffering, a lot of trying, a lot of dedication, a lot of sacrificing. I don't feel like I do any of that. I don't feel like I sacrifice. I don't feel like I have to struggle, suffer. It just works. And I'll be glad to answer any questions around uh, what I've talked about today. There's no way I can pack it all in 5 or 6 minutes, but I want to keep my videos short, to the point, and help y'all to learn. Again, let me make sure I told you about my book, Life Made Simple. Got a guarantee. Send it back within 90 days, and I'll give you 100% of your money back. Basically, I'll buy the book back from you if you don't think it's the best book out there right now. Um, I don't want to just sell books. I want people to attain the information to change their lives. Um, so it's Joe Cox Jr. signing off for today, and I wish you blessings. Like and subscribe if you would, if you think I've earned it. You take care. Bye bye.